Hi everybody, this is Anthony from Sunny Creates. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm bringing you an installment of our A to Z times 2, and it is the S installment. If you don't see the page over here, it's because I forgot last week. When I did the A to Z times 2, I actually didn't have electricity, so I couldn't print, and then I completely forgot about it. So when I sat down now, I realized, but nevertheless, it's getting late, so I thought I'd bring it to you. So we're doing stencils today, and let's see what we have. You can see my file is falling apart, but I have some stencils in here, as you can see. So here's some stencils here. Now these are the shop bought stencils here and here. Yeah, so this is how I kind of store my stencils, if they fit in this, and if they don't, well, then I don't store them like that. Yeah, but so you'll see that I like to use stencils, and I used to use it a lot for mixed media. Not that I'm good at mixed media, but you know, for your jelly plate. Yes, so I made a jelly plate, and then I used to use the stencils over there. And then there's another one that's store-bought along with this one here. You will, if you're watching my series at the moment, my Bustling Bee series, you know that I am busy using that. So you can see that stencils come in all sizes and shapes, and you don't always have to have an A4 one to work with. You can have maybe this is, I don't even think this is an A5. Looks smaller than an A5. Yeah, it is smaller than an A5. Okay, so those are store-bought stencils over there. And then if you've got a cutting machine, then you can get stencils like this. Now this is a bit harder to see, so let me see how I can help. Okay, you can see pretty well. Oh, you can. It's actually better if you see things. So that's a stencil cut from my Cameo machine, my Silhouette Cameo. And normally you know, you can buy stencil material, but stencil material here, I don't even know whether I've seen it in South Africa, but I can tell you that I may have seen it in one online store, but it's very expensive. So I just use acetate, the ones that you use to cover, you know, if you're making handouts, okay, and you want to put some frosted cover sheets, right? So that's that one there. Or you can make it with transparencies, or you can make it with acetate packaging. It doesn't really matter, but it just means what's going to cut on your machine. Okay, so there is something that I'm going to try out, and that's for people that have these cutting machines and they're into t-shirts. So the HTV, which is the heat transfer vinyl, it gives you a very nice backing, and it is also like an adhesive. So I'm going to run that through my Silhouette cutting machine, and I'm going to see it's a much sturdier material, and it will also like stick, but not stick heavily, you know, because it's not meant for that. You normally tear the heat transfer vinyl off it. So yeah, I know I'm complicating the issue here, but if anyone has that and they're into t-shirt making, like I do t-shirt making as well, then I keep the backing of the heat transfer vinyl, and I'm going to put that through the Silhouette and see. So there's another one with the Silhouette over here that I've cut quite a few, okay, but I've used them. It's not like I've not used them. So it's not like impossible to use them, because they actually work quite well. Okay, and then I thought I'd show you some ways of doing stencils that are a bit different. So you got these stencils here, which are the kids stencils. Okay, I use them as my tearing rulers. I don't use them as stencils, but I was just looking at it and I was like, wow, you can use that as a stencil. And let's see how they work as stencils quickly. I forgot to grab a piece of page out. So yes, they're a bit thick. So normally, you know, you use it where you trace around it like that, kind of a thing for kids. But I think with a little bit of effort, you are going to be able to use it as a stencil. The tip I would give you is don't use the flat of the brush, but rather use the just the tip, pointing it in at an angle, like what's that, 45-degree angle. Yes, something like that. Okay, and there you go. You can make stencils out of it. I mean, or you can use it for stencil purposes. So there's one here, there's another one here. I don't know, probably when my kids was younger I must have had that one. Okay, and then these ones I bought it specifically for the purpose of tearing. You'll see me using them as tearing rulers. This one I just found lying around now, so let me put that back into my little container here. Right, so that's that one. This one was also from the Silhouette store that I bought the pattern and I cut it into a stencil, and maybe I should show you how well it works, because if you're wondering to yourself how well does it work in terms of does it move around a lot or whatever, not really. So there you go. Now look at that. Right, also from the Silhouette store, also made out of just normal acetate, or it'll actually be better if you make it with acetate. That wasn't made with acetate. Then here also the same material I've been using over here, and now this over here is what I was going to say, I made the toilet roll ephemera holders, and then these were the leftovers from it, you know, after I measured it or whatever. So I thought, okay, so what can I do now? I had done this a long time ago. I had made this one a long time ago, and you can see this one is well, almost, you know, almost centered, and they are more well spaced out or whatever, right? And this is also something I made for when I first started doing, I wouldn't say, I wasn't doing junk journals at that time. As you can see, I was doing some, I was just playing around with my jelly plate. You can see all the paint on it. So look at that. Okay, so there's another stencil using this here. I'm going to show you how to make these here. So I made a few today. That's one, and then there's that one I didn't make today, but there's the other one I made now, and that's the other one I made, and that's the same one over here, but I just didn't take the time to center it properly or whatever. So let me show you how I made these, and it probably comes as no surprise to you. And unfortunately with these ones here, you can't really cut wherever you want to, I mean punch wherever you want to, because you're limited by how deep the punch can go through. Okay, so on this side the punch can only go through till there, so I am just cutting, I mean punching, and just look for an opening and I punch. Okay, and you can measure and you can be more accurate to get a more precise and you know, ordered kind of look, but I'm not going to do that here. So here you're going to be a bit careful, because you know the edges are such that you you can go over it. But I mean, if you don't want to go over it, let's see what we have over here. Let's just add something, but this is too thick to add to it, so so it will lift the stencil up. so let's see what we have over here. Nope, 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 nope. Let's just get something quickly. If you want to be really precise now, you know, you don't want it to go everywhere and things like that. And it can also hold it in place. So you mask it, as the name suggests, masking tape. Like that. Ah, look, this is crazy. I can't believe this. Right, so there. And then take your brush and just do that. And then you don't have to worry about where you're putting it or whatever, but I normally just pick my brush up like that and then I'm fine. Okay, so that's that. And look how cool that is, ladies. Yes, so just watch out. You might be better off with what's that other thing, just sliding some paper through it, or using washi tape instead of masking tape, so you don't ruin your page in the process. I'm not really worried over here because this is, you know, this is for demonstration purposes. And then, so that's that one there. Then it, and let's put it back where it belongs. Then if you have something like this here, which I actually bought, and I bought it specifically for the 2 holes, and then I thought I could use it for a slotted punch, but it needs quite a bit of precision that way, so I'm still looking for a slot punch. So this one has like a square. I don't know if you can see that. You have ones that have give me a second. Yeah, so you have ones that have different size of circles to make punch holes, but this one's got the 2 for the button, and then a square, and then like a slot going what's this, horizontally, a vertical slot, and then like a circle. Okay, so you can use this, and I'm going to turn it to the square, and I'm going to use this one here. So, and then you can make your you can punch your punch more of these to make squares. And as I mentioned, you can do it as randomly as you want to. You can, I jammed it. There we go. It's because I went and punched it over something else. Okay, but there's that one there. And you can use the circle, and that's what I created with the circle. So you can see that that circle there, or that circle, which is the same, like much smaller, this one with the 1 hole punch, and then this one was with that stuff there. Okay, and then you can use this and do the very same. Now I'm not going to put masking tape on it because I want to show you. If I just pick it up, my brush up, and I just use the tip of my brush, then I can control it so much easier, and I get that. Okay, so you can use that as well. So use your punches, use your punches to do that. Then talking about punches, I just used this little circle punch over here, and I punched out some circles for some other project, and voila, now we take it and we use it for this purpose here. Look how easy. See that? Yes, so that's another one to do. And then the other one would be, you know, your die cuts when you are doing a when you are using your dies, and then you get the reverse negative, the negative of the die, then you can also use that to I didn't realize that the light was shining on this. Put it on this side quickly. Yes. So you use the negative of your die cuts, and once again just be careful that you get it in where you want it. Now I am a lefty, so I'm trying to look at where I'm doing this as well. So there, look at how pretty that is. Look at that. Let's take another one. So if you know you're going to be using it as what's the word, as a stencil, then leave enough space behind it and you can use that. Look, see there. Now how perfect is that? I mean, that's beautiful, simply stunning. And it's from your leftover dies, I mean die cutting. Right, and then the last one, which I don't know how successful it is, but I thought I'd give it a shot, is, you know, these edge punches, the edge punches here. Okay, so I thought, okay, what about using the edge punches? Sorry, I'm just picking something up. What about using the edge punches to see whether we can create something here? And then let's see. On the edge, so do that and try that as a border edge. So instead of cutting it out, you can just use it as a border edge and line it up again and use it as a stencil now. There you go. Now look at that. That looks pretty cool. Okay, so you can do it with that one. And then where's the others? Yeah, seem to have lost them. But nevertheless, there's another one you can do it with. And oh well, there's one here that I seem to have. Let's try that one. Now this one's cut on paper and that one was cut on 130 GSM. I just wanted to see how, you know, because these punches over here, they don't cut well on cardboard or stuff like that. So I just wanted to see how thick a piece of paper it can cut. So 130 GSM, that went through very successfully, not a problem at all. The more finicky the punch is, the harder it's going to be. This is just normal copy paper, but here we go. You can do that. So these things go to waste, these little scraps over here. So look, you can just do that. And you've got a pretty little edge there, even in the middle of your project. You can just get an edge there as well. Look. Okay, so that's it for stencils today. We just explored some shop bought ones, some where you can use a cutting machine for making your stencils, somewhere you can use your punches, your the negatives of the die cuts, okay, and also your corner, your punch, your page edges, punches, whatever they call it, I can't remember, border punches, and then also just punching like that and keeping the negative of it. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that you are going to try these techniques out. I must say my favorites is this one here with the negative, and these here. I mean, this is one you can definitely do. Doesn't need anything fancy. Everyone has a punch, right? Even if it's the one hole punch or the other punch or something like that, you can definitely do it. These here I think came up pretty cool. Imagine doing it on a butterfly or like hearts or something like that you're punching out over these. So I did it on circles. So yes, I do hope you enjoyed this, and if you found this video useful, then please consider giving it a thumbs up. And also, if you haven't as yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, and hitting the notification tab, button bell, so that you can be made aware of whenever I post a video. I just wanted to say before I finish off, I tried using this. I don't kind of like the effect of these sponges over here, but they're okay. They're not too bad. Yeah, but I think I'm spoiled because I've got these here. But you can use this here. This here, this was from a pull box. The soft squishy foam that not in a pull box, a pull container. Yeah, I think I'd keep away from this one here. I didn't get a very good result with this, but yes, by all means you can use that as well. Okay, and these are like the makeup sponges. You can see how dirty this one is because I just keep it as a backup because I'm so loving those ones. See, yeah, anyway, that's it. Do take care, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the week, and and have a blessed week. But before I go, happy Mother's Day, everybody. It is 6 p.m. here in South Africa, so Mother's Day is almost over. Tomorrow is working day, but I hope you enjoyed your Mother's Day, and I hope you were spoiled, and I hope you had a good rest and got to do the things that you wanted to do, and got to be with the people that you wanted to be with, your loved ones. And take care. Bye bye. Have a blessed week ahead from Santhani at Sunny Creates. Love to you all. See you soon.